Welcome to another video. Today we will be speaking about how you're supposed to be approaching your trading from a multi-time frame and order flow perspective, as well as giving some free education. So we will be taking a pair, making a multi-time frame analysis on it, checking the order flow, and most importantly, I will be giving during the analysis some free educational lessons. So the video will be very valuable and I suggest you watch it until the end. Now, if you're new to the channel, I'm a top author on the TRADINGVIEW platform and I share free education analysis daily. So I suggest you follow me on all my platforms and I will see you in the video. Okay, so let's start from the previous analysis that we had made here on YouTube and obviously also on TradingView for AUDUSD. So what did we speak about? Last time we spoke about the fact that clearly from a daily perspective, what did we have? We had the market that had created this overextended W formation, and what did we want to see? We wanted to see the market make a move to the downside and go and test this previous resistance, now turned support from a daily perspective. Plus, this is exactly the completion zone for the overextended W formation. And in fact, the market respected the pattern perfectly. Plus, what did we have? Now, from a weekly perspective, we knew that basically the market was supposed to reject this zone. Why? Because this is a clear supply zone. Why is it a supply zone? Because it is previous support, now turn resistance, and what do you expect? You expect the market to go inside of here and basically find its liquidity for the push to the downside and rejection. And that is exactly what the market has done. So what we wanted to see, the market has provided. And also, what did we have from a COT perspective? We knew that the market, basically market makers, so hedge funds, were not interested in the move to the upside because they were closing their long positions during the move to the upside, therefore giving us more basically confirmation for this move to the downside that we wanted to see happening on AUDUSD. You can go and check the analysis. I will put it in description. Now, what we can expect next and what kind of lesson I want to speak about, I want to share basically in this video. Now, specifically, I want to speak about when different time frames are not showing the same directional analysis. Okay, when different time frames are not showing the same direction, it is a problem because you don't have good probabilities for neither a push to the upside or to the downside. Therefore, it's better to stay on the sidelines in those kind of situations, which is the situation that we have at the moment on AUDUSD. This was a very nice opportunity to capitalize on the pair for this move to the downside if you found a good entry on lower time frames inside of that zone. But what kind of opportunity there is now on AUDUSD? Now let's back things up a little bit. Let's go back from a weekly perspective and speak about what we have to see where we can be capitalizing, where we can be looking for possible opportunities to capitalize on this pair at the moment. Now, from a weekly perspective, what do we know? We know that inside of here, we have structure, right? This is exactly what we know. This is a strong supply zone, and we already said we expected the market to go inside of it and find a nice resistance and basically reject the area. Now, the market has already done that, okay? Important to say, once. And it might happen another time, but anyway, the concept is very simple. If here we have resistance, can we be looking for a buy opportunity knowing that we are about to face very strong resistance? It's never a good idea, right? If you know that from higher time frames you are facing strong resistance, it's never a good idea to be looking for a buy. Just a quick reminder, make sure you comment below and you let me know which pairs or topics you would like me to cover in the next video. At the same time, if we back things up, basically we go down of one time frame and we check what is the situation from a daily perspective. At the same time, what do we see? Now, the weekly, we have resistance, therefore we want to see a push to the downside. But if we check the daily, we know that here we have the completion of the pattern of the overextended W formation that we spoke about in the previous analysis, but The completion zone is a previous resistance now turned support, aka the neckline of the W formation. So we have support at this area and the possibility to make a move to the upside and basically make this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. So basically there is a problem here. What is the problem? The problem is that from a daily perspective, you want to see a move to the upside, but from a weekly perspective, you want to see a push to the downside. So how are you supposed to be acting in this kind of situations? Number one, the first thing that you have to be doing is basically checking what is going on also from a COT perspective to try to understand, to have an idea of what is actually going on. Now, if we check the COT data, what we can see? We can see that with the last report, hedge funds have added another 3.2k short positions. So a massive amount of shorts added during this move to the upside, basically on AUDUSD. So if massive amount of shorts get added during a move to the upside, what do you expect? You expect the market to break lower, but as usual, we already know this. Trading is not predictive. Trading is reactive. So just because we want to see the market go lower, because also we can see that there has been a clear decrease in the net positions. So from minus 25k all the way down to minus 37k, just because we know we have seen basically this decrease of a net positions, that is not enough to just say, okay, the market will melt to the downside. No, because we have daily support at this zone. And from the weekly, we basically want to see the market goes down. So when will the two time frames be aligned and showing the same direction? If we will see a break to the downside of this structure. Now, what do I mean by a break? When a structure is broken, what does it mean that a structure gets broken? It means that you see a close, so a red candle close below the structure. That is when the structure is broken. So here, when we will be looking for this structure basically to be broken, if we will see the market break below this area, then what we will have? We will have this information. Now, after this information, what the market is supposed to do after an information? Go for a retest of the neckline. We know that hedge funds have been adding shorts. So how we will be approaching this with students? If and only if, because at the moment the market can easily go higher because we have still daily support. Actually, from a pattern perspective, the market is supposed to go higher to complete this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. But if we will see the daily close below this area, so a break of the structure, then since we have an information, we expect the market to go for a completion of this area at the previous support and resistance. And there is exactly where we will be looking for a nice shorting opportunity. And basically, we will be monitoring price action with students inside of this area, waiting for the market to shift from a bullish market to a bearish market and waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. If the market will provide to us one of our valid entries after this break and retest of this level, then with students we will be taking a nice short with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities for this nice push to the downside and completion of this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the downside. What we also will have is extra confluence inside of this area of the Fibonacci taken from the high to the low of the new impulse that the market will create, giving us extra confluence of resistance inside of this area. So everything will be lining up to the downside. So the lesson that I want to give you, if the weekly is showing one direction and the daily is showing another direction, you have to wait for one of the two time frames to break the structure and show the same direction of the other time frames. Otherwise, you don't have good probabilities and you don't have good risk to reward. And as you know, trading is all about probabilities and risk to reward. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you. Also, make sure you go and check out the mentorship program. You find the link in the description. It's a very complete program. You first learn all the rules of my strategies and then you trade them live with me. Each and every day, I give you a new daily market breakdown showing you exactly how to apply the strategies with entry, stop, and take profit, as well as having me answering every question that you have each and every day. So I suggest you go and check it out, or go check out the next video.